Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about the Sullivan family and how much they spend on a weekly or monthly basis at the shops. You know, they have a family of 14 and everybody wants to know just how much they do spend, and finally they've revealed the figures because they're not afraid anymore, which is good. You know, it's never good to be afraid, but in the course of this video we are going to see exactly how much they spend and what they spend it on. For the month of October only, we have the Halloween merch line over at the merch store. The cutest raccoon ghost on the internet. If you want yours today in a line of hoodies, t-shirts, notepads, all sorts of things, go over to the merch store today. Link in the description box below. Without further ado, let's get back onto the video. Thank you. So first up on the weekly shopping extravaganza, we have Aldi.
Okay, this week at Aldi. So these are our essentials. Chocolate, obviously essential. They're for our picnic when we go. Rice crackers. These are lush. You've got to buy them from there. These are all the little bits.
She proceeded to show us everything that they could get but didn't want to get, because obviously we want to know what we could get, but they don't. Zoe, we want to know what you're getting, not what you decided not to get, right?
Yes. And then our fridge bits that we always get in Aldi. Yogurts, more yogurts, a lot of yogurts, chocolate mousses. We do get through quite a bit of yogurt in our house. So yeah, got lots of those. These looked absolutely amazing. I must admit, I didn't buy one, but I did go shopping when I was hungry, which is probably not a very good idea because they looked really, really yummy. But like I said, I didn't buy them. Maybe I should have done, because now I'm fancying it. Anyway, that was everything that we got in Aldi. And that is how much it came to this
Then
week.
down to the nitty gritty is what we came here for, and the receipt of the day, the first receipt of the day at Aldi, she spent £55.83, and I think that's a perfectly fine amount of money to be spending at Aldi because there's such quality stuff there, and it is yeah, I think that's a good amount to be spending. But that's not the only shop that they're going to. They have 2 more shops to go to, because why go to one when you can go to 3 shops on a day time, right? So the next up is Asda. This is the main shop, so this is where they spend the most. Or is it? Yes, it is actually. Spoiler alert. This is Asda.
Second shop of the week is Asda. I do still buy my bulk of shopping in Asda. I do find the prices overall are cheaper, and normally the produce, especially fresh, is probably the best. Aldi is normally quite good. Sometimes I've struggled with fruit at this time of year, to be perfectly honest. From any of the supermarkets, I do struggle with fruit not lasting as long, and just not being as flavoursome. I know it's a lot of it is out of season, but still, we do struggle with the taste of fruit. Big Flora special offer this week in Asda, so it works out cheaper, much cheaper than buying the small one. These are all just our staple bits that we buy in Asda. To be honest, like I said, we do buy the bulk of stuff. There's pasta sauces, there's fruit, there's vegetables, there's a lot of ketchup. Guys, we do get through a lot of ketchup. We needed more chili powder because I'm making a chili this week. I did actually get some Bird's Eye chili flakes the other day as well, which, you know, the hotter the better in our house, to be honest. Everybody likes, or most people like, hot. So the chopped tomatoes that I use in my chili are I use in anything. The chopped tomatoes are the ones with the chili and peppers, because it's just that extra taste. Tastes much better, much nicer than just plain chopped tomatoes. And the same with the kidney beans. I always buy the like chili beans, which are kidney beans but with like chili sauce, in a chili sauce. So they just taste that bit hotter. Like I said, we like a bit of spice in our house. Even the younger ones. Obviously, I'll make it slightly less spicy for the younger ones than I do for the adults. There's a stock up on biscuits. There's Oreos. There's Rocky bars, which are cheaper this week in Asda. Coffee. And then there's the reduced bread. We did pick up a few French sticks on reduced this week. Probably about 4 for lunch. But only the small ones. 1 big one and about 3 small ones I think we got in the end. It's always good when they have all the reduced stuff on. Have to stop myself from buying too much though, because it just won't get eaten. They've got quite a few cute little Halloween cakes in at the moment. Those spooky little brownies, that massive great trick-or-treat cookie, which I thought was quite cute. Little Halloween fairy cakes if you're having a Halloween party, which we are, but obviously it's a bit early to buy the cakes yet.
I hope you're keeping up, guys. There is a bunch of stuff there that they thought that they could get, that they might get in the future, but there's no point getting right now because it's too early to get it. So why not just have a little look about it, have a little play with it, just have a little talk about it, and just put it back on the shelf, because we don't want to we don't want to see that sort of content, do we, Zoe? No, we want to see what you're actually buying. That's what we're here for. We're not interested in what they have and what they don't have. We kind of get the gist of what supermarkets do have, because, you know, we go there all the time. Now, what exactly did you end up buying? That is the question. So excited.
And then there was a bit of a stock up on the frozen kitchen roll, all the normal day-to-day bits and bobs that we need. Dettol spray, that's the one that we like to use with the lime and the mint. It's the only one that I can find that doesn't leave a taste afterwards. So yes, it is a little bit more expensive, but it's just the one that we prefer to use. Bin bags, because I bought the wrong ones last time. I bought 50 litre ones and we needed 75 because our bin is bigger than a 50 litre, and the bin bag just gets lost in the bottom and then nobody takes it out. I couldn't find these at first because they've changed the packaging, but these are just the freezer bags that we use, and these were on offer £10 this week in Asda, and that is everything that we got in Asda this week. And that is how much it came to.
And the grand total from the shop at Asda comes to £178.30 of your finest pennies. That's right, after a fine little discount of £5.75. You know, that's Asda price for you. Brilliant. We're doing a running total here, by the way. I'll add it up at the end, but Zoe's going to add it up for us at the end anyway. But I've also double checked it just to make sure that Zoe isn't trying to fiddle the books or anything like that.
Okay, so that is Asda done. I think we've got most of the stuff. I'm only doing a chili this week because we are going to Landmark on Wednesday. We're having fajitas on Friday night, but I'm not buying the ingredients for that until Thursday. Got pasta this evening. Kids have got pasta this evening. So I'm doing a chili tomorrow night. Something quick I needed to do. Yeah, and then the weekend I'm not sure. We'll buy more stuff later on in the week.
I don't know. She doesn't quite sound all there, does she? Does our Zoe? So basically, what they're buying food shop wise now isn't the entire week's supply, right? Basically, they are buying only a little amount because at the end of the week they're having fajitas and they're going to buy some more food for that, and at the weekend they're going to have something else and they'll buy something more for that, basically. So I'm not quite sure why this is a weekly food shop haul / amount that they spend, but anyway, we'll go with it. We'll continue and see what that she's going to she's going to Tesco's next, so this should be fun.
But we have 0 fruit at home, so I've picked up quite a bit of fruit. I need to get more fruit in Tesco. But that was, what was that, 178.30, I think. So add that to the other one. I'll add it all together at the end. But that's kind of probably anywhere between 170 and 220 I normally spend in Asda, give or take a little bit. So yeah, we don't seem to need quite so much stuff this week. Bearing in mind, this is for toiletries, cleaning stuff, everything. So not just food. If you were to break it down and it was just food, it would be a lot less, obviously. But obviously it's washing powder, it's every single thing that we use goes onto the shopping. So yeah, washing tablets, kitchen roll, toilet roll, everything gets added up. So it's not just food. And then yeah, I'll add on Tesco's and then break it down and tell you kind of what it works out at per person. Okay, so Tesco's, the final shop. I didn't actually, and the quality is better in there, I think. So that's what we got in Tesco, and that is how much it came to.
So the final tally from the shop at Tesco's comes to £170.37. Now I've added it all up for you, so you don't have to do it yourself. Don't use any brain cells on this channel, guys. I am right here, right with you. The total amount that they've spent for the weekly shop is £404.50 of your finest pence. And now that, if you times it by 4, right, comes to almost, well, no, a little bit over £1,200 for the month. Is that close to something that you spend on a weekly, monthly basis, guys? Is that something, or do you not have 12 kids? Maybe that's probably the reason theirs is more expensive, I'm guessing.
Okay, so that is Tesco's done. So Tesco's is normally my most expensive shop, but the things I buy in Tesco's are the things that we like to buy in Tesco's, if that makes sense. We have, we've replaced a lot of things with other supermarkets and stuff, but some of the stuff is stuff I can only get in Tesco's, and like baby wipes, for instance, the Tesco's own ones are really the only ones that I like. A lot of the other ones I just don't, they're too wet, too dry. So yeah, it probably always comes to, for value for money, it always comes to more. So I'll buy more in Asda for roughly the same sort of price, but I seem to get less in Tesco's, but it always costs the same amount of money. Although I was a bit annoyed because the face wash that I used was £6 in Asda, and I thought I might get it cheaper in Tesco's, but it was £6.35. But it does last me like 6 months. So kind of, it's all right. And I did buy meat and toilet rolls, things like that in Tesco's. I always prefer Tesco's meat as to other places. I did have to buy Cravendale milk because they didn't have any filtered milk. But yeah, so that was £170.37. So when you add it all together, I think it comes to just under it's about £405, maybe 406 for the week, which is about usual now. I used to be able to get the shopping for about £250 a week, and now it's more like 400 a week. When you break that down per person, because there's obviously 14 people in the house, works out about £30 per person, which is probably about the same as other people are spending.
Well, due to my calculations, Zoe, I can officially confirm that you are almost spot on, right? It actually turned out to be £28.89 per person, right? But what I would say is that wasn't your entire spend for the week, was it? Come on, don't lie. Zoe, you told us that you plan to go back to the shop on at least 2 more occasions, and that doesn't include top-ups, right? So, yeah, no, I'm not having it. Oh, yeah, we spend just as much as you, don't we? We spend just the same amount as you. No, Zoe, don't pull that one. You can't pull the wool over my eyes in a hurry, right? I got your measure. Come on now.
If you've got a family of 4 and you're spending like £120 a week, it's about the same, about £30 per person. Obviously, we will go and do a top-up shop later on in the week with some other bits as well. But yeah, it is what it is. It's expensive. It's much more expensive than it used to be. But it's what it costs. And you know, there's obviously a lot of people in our house, so it's going to cost a lot more than other people shopping. And it's where the main bulk of our money goes, really, is on the food shop. But it's not just, like I said before, it's not just the food. It's obviously toiletries, it's toilet roll, it's washing powder, it's kitchen roll, it's everything combined. I mean, if I was to take away all of the cleaning stuff and toiletries just by the food, I don't know, you'd probably be looking at maybe 300. It's probably like 100 to 150 on the other stuff that you buy. So maybe you'd be looking at about 300, 250, 300 for food. So yeah, I mean, you get a lot of people doing shops and they'll show you how much they spent on food, or they'll show you how much they spent on cleaning products. But this is, you know, a whole for everything. This is how much we roughly spend per week. So.
And I, for one, appreciate the honesty and transparency there, Zoe. I do. £404.50 per week plus extras, and that's a £1,200 per month. I think that's a fine amount of money to be spending on your 14 people, right? I do. Honestly, I do. I think that's great.
Yeah. Lots of people have asked over the years how much we spend on shopping. Obviously, I don't normally talk about it because I know that I'll get a lot of backlash from it, but it is what it costs. So when you work out per person, like I said, about £30 per person, you can guarantee that that's pretty much what other people are spending, but they just don't have 14 people in their house. So yeah, anyway, I'm going back home, and we're gonna unload all of the shopping. Okay, so we are back. So I thought I would just go through, kind of like group things together a bit more. So like cleaning stuff, frozen stuff, bread, that kind of thing. So frozen, we have, Isabel's putting it away at the moment. I shall go over here because it's going away at the moment. Yeah. So frozen, we have hash browns, like a hash brown. Noah quite often cooks himself some hash browns and some chicken and stuff when he has a dinner. For work, chips. They've got to be the crinkle cut chips. Actually, these are on offer in Asda, although I bought them in Tesco's. That's my doorbell. But these, I think, are on offer in Asda for a big bag. I think they're £3.50.
So then they proceed to show us everything that they've bought in finer detail than we could ever have imagined, right? So it led me to think, why, right, it's taken a lot of effort, this vlog. I know it's just vlogging, and I know it's just uploading, blah, blah, it's just shopping, right, at the end of the day. But the amount of effort they've gone to put this vlog together, they've gone shopping, they've filmed whilst they've been shopping, they've come home, they've done a voiceover of the shopping whilst they're shopping, right? Then they've shown us and explained to us everything that they bought whilst they're doing it. The whole thing is an absolute, you know, it's not easy. It's a long, drawn out process that they've gone through to do this particular vlog. And then the question is, was it worth it, right? Financially, was it worth it? This vlog itself has received around about 9,000 views, right? It's slightly more than their other ones, actually, so maybe you're onto something there, Zoe, right? But 9,000 views, if you take around about a £6 per 1,000 average, right, which is about right this time of year right now, that equals about 960s or 54, so £54, right, approximately, for this particular vlog. That's not even a day's work, is it? It's not even a day's wage for most people. If the minimum wage is around about £12 an hour, so yeah, it's not a day's wage, is it? £54. And then to cap it off, they didn't upload the next day, so this is an actual fact 2 days worth of wages, £54. And now I'm not saying that I earn loads of money, because I don't, right? But taking their vlogs and the fact that they think that they are these massive business people now, and you know that their YouTube is a business and everything else, right? And then you divide that by 14, especially as they really should be paying their child stars as well, but obviously they're not going to do that. But is the £54 going to be enough to feed your 14 people? Plus, by the way, we know that this vlog took £400 to put together in itself, so you haven't really even earned nearly anything back on the shopping. So yes, it's a pickle, isn't it, Ben and Zoe? If only, Ben, if only you could find a sugar daddy like your mother did, isn't it? That would help. But right now it's not going too well, is it? I wouldn't have thought.
I say cleaning. When I say cleaning and toiletries. So we've got, I like these toilet rolls because they're the extra long, extra thick ones. They last longer. So one of these will last like as long as 3 normal toilet rolls. Obviously there's a lot of people in the house. Everyone's on holiday at the moment. We get through a lot of toilet roll. There's 14 people. We're going to get through a lot of toilet rolls. So we normally get through one of these, and then I normally buy a 6-pack one on a Thursday as well.
Lovely Zoe, in fact. So what you're really telling the world is that your kids shit a lot, right? And I mean, it's normal, it's natural, it's a natural normal function, right? But what I'm saying here is that your kids, right, whilst you think that this is innocent, oh, I'm just showing off what I'm getting from my shop and everything, what you're actually telling the world and your kids' friends or enemies is that this is what this is not what kids, especially teenagers, need in their lives, right? Their mother showing off like all the toilet paper and stuff that they get in through, right? How many rolls of toilet paper they get through in a week. It's not something that you want out there on the internet.
And that will usually do it. So that's toilet roll. We have kitchen roll. The big kitchen roll debate. This is my one. It's just as good as plenty and cheaper. I get 2 of them. Again, we get through quite a bit of kitchen roll as well. Pull-ups for flow. I get these in Aldi. Used to get them in Tesco's. The Aldi ones are much better and cheaper, I think. So those are pull-ups. Wipes. We get through a box a week.
But are you sure that your teenage daughter's friends need to know this, right? Or your teenage daughters need this on the internet, you know? Because kids can be cruel, you know? But speaking of which, more so is what you're about to tell your followers and the internet about your teenage daughter.
So, more liners, hair, tampons. Obviously, actually, I've never talked about that before. So you can get teenage, young, well, yeah, they're called the teens range of like sanitary towels and stuff. But they're really good because they're that little bit smaller, so better for younger, kind of young teenagers going into sort of older teenagers. But you can only get them, you used to be able to get them in Asda, and then Asda stopped selling them. You can only get them in Boots now, which is super annoying because I'll go in and kind of clear the shelf out because obviously I stock up for all the girls. I do buy them online sometimes and then get them delivered and go and pick them up. They quite often have them on offer, but it's just annoying you can't get them in the supermarket because obviously there's kind of that gap in the market between, you know, obviously like girls of Eva's age up to like 18, 19, having the smaller ones kind of easier. It is, I think, the Lilette's teens range, but you can't get them in the normal supermarkets, which is super annoying.
Oh, I'm certain Eva's going to be delighted that you've put that out there on the internet, particularly as she has explicitly told you time and time again that she does not want to be on your vlogs and she's not comfortable. And there's a reason why that is. It's because she is 18, she goes to school, and she has people more than likely bullying her for it. So then you have this brand new cover photo which you've developed, and you can see Eva is just looking down into the ground, like wishing the ground would swallow her up. Why have you got Eva and all the other teens that don't want to be on the vlog? Why have you included them in the photo that you are using to promote your channel? Right? Because they have said that they don't want to be on the vlog. They don't want to be on your channel. They don't want to be associated with your channel. And yet you are photographing them and sticking them on the banner. You know, they have already said that they don't want to do that. So that was the shopping extravaganza, you know, that is shopping for 14 people, which is amazing, you know. Hats off to Zoe and Ben for doing what they do, right? But then they went off on a day trip, is it? To their favourite location, which is Landmark. Everybody knows that they go to Landmark. You know, they more than likely have people waiting there to stalk them, you know, because they tell us enough times that they go to Landmark. That's a favourite destination. But yeah, they went there yet again.
Okay guys, we're down at Landmark, Forest Adventure Park. So far so good.
It was a long drive.
It was a long drive. How long did it take?
Like an hour.
Like ages. But we're here now. It was a bit rainy on the way down.
It took like 60 minutes.
So we were kind of like, oh my god, it's gonna rain. But it's okay at the moment, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got the trusty trolley full of supplies.
We've got the trusty Toby.
It's like a Walking Dead thing going on here. We've got full of supplies. Whoa, you just ran straight into my finger. Are you alright, darling? Are you a pirate? Oh, is your eyeball alright? Is your eyeball alright? Okay, good. Good. I think we're all ready to go. Are we good? Yeah. We're good. Alright, so let's see what happens today. Halloween stuff, and I think it's going to be mainly Halloween stuff and water slides. That's pretty much it. So if we can fit that into, and lunch. So if we can fit that into a couple of hours, 3 hours, then we'll be happy.
Daddy?
But we're here, guys, in the beautiful Cairngorm.
Look at him glide round there, isn't he gliding? He's staring into my soul again. That's all he does. Why does he do that? Why does he glide round to show us the imagery? It's then staring into my soul like he wants to murder me or something like that. Now, not to be too disrespectful about this, but this to me, right, reminds me or looks more like a school trip, doesn't it? The amount of people in one area just walking down towards, yeah, it looks like a school trip to me, which it kind of is. You know, some of them are homeschooled. Maybe it's, you know, like a day trip, school trip type adventure thingy, right, that they've got going on. You know, they've taken a day off school and they're just going to enjoy themselves on a day trip, and they've taken all the packed lunches and stuff like that. You know, it's great fun, but there's like so many of them.
So our aim was to get here for about 11 today, but we didn't quite get it for 11, to be fair, if anyone's coming down. So it took us a while to get out of the house. The little ones were all ready, older ones take much longer to actually get out of bed, get ready and get out of the house. But we did finally get in the car.
The question is, Zoe, why do you need the elder ones to actually come? You've got like, a 17, 18 and nearly 20-year-old. Why do they even need to be there? You know, as far as I can tell, this landmark place is like an adventure, like playground, basically, right? Slides and like things to climb on and whatnot, right? It doesn't feel like the sort of day out that a 20-year-old might enjoy, right? I think that's probably the case. It feels like they're probably just going there for the sake of going there. Why not just leave them behind?
But just generally coming down to this area, it just makes me feel so relaxed. And the older the kids are getting, the harder it is to get everybody together for a day out. Believe me, it's no mean feat getting everybody to book the right day off.
You had your kids, your elder kids who work, take the day off work, book a day off work to come here to do this. Are you joking? Are you actually joking? I feel like I'm being pranked. I feel like that. Is that actually a thing that happened?
Getting everybody together, you know, when you've got like nearly 20-year-old, right down to 2-year-olds, trying to get everybody together to go out can be really difficult, but it's always worth it.
Yeah, it's always worth it for you, Zoe, and I'll tell you for why, right? And I guarantee this is the actual truth, right? Obviously, yeah, probably you want to spend the day with your kids, even if they're grown-up kids, right? But I guarantee it's at least in part, if not almost fully, because you can't look after the younger kids all on your own, right? You've got too many young kids. You and Ben on your own looking after those kids, it just wouldn't happen. I'm guaranteeing it wouldn't happen. So you need the older kids to look after the younger kids for you. I guarantee that's the reason.
I would think we really need a holiday again down in the Avonmore area, because it's just a reset, time to reset.
Oh, poor Zoe, she requires a reset, a holiday. You know, a holiday from what? You don't do anything. I know, yes, I know you look after 14 people, right, including yourself. You look after 12 kids, right, including Ben, plus Ben, right? So I get it, you have a lot of people, maybe you need a holiday from that. But again, it was your choice to have so many children. Stop acting like it's a chore, right? It's a blessing if that's the amount of kids that you wanted. Some people can't have kids and would love to have, you know, one or two of yours, right? Some people on the internet actually would like to have your specific children. So that's another thing that you need to watch out for as well, by the way. But yeah, Zoe needs a break, the poor love, isn't she? She's worn out, you know, boxing and reboxing clothes and sorting and resorting clothes. Seems a tiring job anyway. So yeah, that was the update. What's happening with the Sullivans? I've learned one or two things. You know, they spent £400 a week plus extras, £1,200 a month, and yeah, it's they definitely don't earn that back. By the way. So yeah, they don't earn enough back. They might just about cover their costs, maybe in food wise. It might just about cover those costs. No, I tell a lie. No, they don't. Sorry, Ben. Sorry, because the one vlog there, the 9,000 viewed vlog, I worked out was around about £54. If you times that by 7, that's been very generous of me. That would be what, £350, £370 ish, right? And the shopping itself costs 400. So no, not even covering your costs of the food. Where are you getting the rest of the money from? That's what I want to know. Is it from Mummy? Is it, Ben? I know that she's got a sugar daddy, isn't she? You know it, and I know it. Anyway, let's let's give it up for Ben and Zoe for continuing to try this venture, which is endangering their kids' lives one day at a time. So until next time, guys, please give this video a massive thumbs up, comment all of your thoughts about it down below, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And have a lovely day. Take care and bye-bye.